Good to see you this evening, Mr. Claywell.
Good evening, Mr. Ham. How are you doing today?
Dude, I am awesome. It has been an awesome week. First full week back to school. And yeah, it's been something, been interesting. Huge classes this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Homerooms are running like 29 to 32 students in each class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, big classes this year. But hey, we got allocated another fifth grade teacher, so we have a new fifth grade teacher that starts on Tuesday. So we get to bring those numbers down, kind of spread them out among the five of us now. So yes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Get a little backup.
Yeah.
Not quite so outnumbered.
No. It was interesting the first few days of school.
Oh, right on.
How about yourself, sir?
Well, my week's been pretty bland, honestly.
Oh yeah,
just another week at work. No big surprises, no big hassles. Just a typical daily grind.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, not at all.
No. Sometimes
I'm
not having an eventful week is a good thing.
Oh yeah, I'm perfectly content. A lot of people think I'm complaining when I say that my day was just an average day. I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, no kidding.
It sure beats the alternative. I did have I had one long day this last week, but nothing too bad. I will say that it did give me an opportunity to witness some beauty. I got I took a photo that I was pretty happy with.
Is this the photo with the fog rolling in?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah,
Beautiful shot.
I'll put that up in the podcast page. It's just on my personal page right now. I forgot. I can throw that up with the episode when we upload it.
Very nice.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know, photography is kind of a hobby of mine. I wouldn't dare call myself a photographer, but I do enjoy to get out and try to take some pictures every now and then.
Yeah. And I've done a little bit of photography in my day, and sometimes I just look at a camera and go, ugh, because my dad was a photographer for 20-something years, had a studio in Stearns, and God knows how many weddings and photo shoots and studio shoots and everything I've been on. So I enjoy getting out and doing the nature photography because that was something we really didn't do much of.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I'm like, someone calls up and says, hey, can you take senior pictures? And I go, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Right, exactly. I focus mostly on landscapes and nature.
Yeah.
Animals, insects, flowers.
So the big event coming up Monday, I know we were talking a little bit earlier. Anyone that does take a shot of the eclipse coming up on Monday, the 21st, throw that thing on our website. We would love to see any photography that you guys get of that. Because, I think I was reading somewhere here, the last total solar eclipse viewable in the United States was 99 years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so big event. Definitely, if you get some good shots, throw them up there. We'd love to see them.
Right, and it's what, about 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern?
I think that's when it begins.
Roughly?
Peak being somewhere around 2:40, and then diminished by roughly around 3:30. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, because I know we have some listeners in a little further west, so it'll probably be a little earlier for them.
It's going to be earlier for them, for sure, yes.
Yeah.
So, this week... thought we would talk a little bit about holidays because all of that is coming up really, really soon. We're going to blink and it's going to be like middle of the holiday season. And if you work at Walmart, it's already the holiday season.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
this year has flown by.
I'm telling you what, I feel like it should be February. Of course, having the kid, she's going to be a year old in December. That's unreal. So
that's a little crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we had quite a few comments. We had a question that we popped up there. What is your favorite holiday or least favorite holiday? Let us know. And we had quite a few good responses.
Yeah. We had Jake from over at a Brothers Quarrel podcast. He posted up and said that his least favorite holiday is probably July 4th, Independence Day.
Unpatriotic dude on the planet. No,
well, he does happen to be serving in our military currently. So thank you, Jake, for that.
Thank you, Jake.
He's his dislike for the holiday does not stem from the symbolism of the holiday itself. He says that it's more about the people that take advantage of the opportunity to go out and spend a load of money on explosives so that they can celebrate for 2 weeks instead of just the night of.
Yeah, they definitely do that around here as well.
Yeah, and to the spending that money on the explosives instead of putting it where it could actually be used in their families for, taking care of their children and taking care of their bills and stuff like that.
I can definitely see his point on that one. I mean, around here we have the people that shoot the mortar shells starting at roughly about a week and a half to 2 weeks before the 4th. And it seems like from 9:30 or 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock in the morning, it's just boom, 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 boom. And it's just nonstop.
Yeah, for a week.
We don't like it. The dogs don't like it.
Oh yeah, I think we call it the 4th of July. Dogs call it, oh God, the world's ending day or something like that.
I think that they think that, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Harley doesn't really get he doesn't get perturbed by just about anything. But fireworks are one thing he's just like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. So
yeah, and I can imagine trying to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and an 80-pound boxer comes launching into the bed with you.
Pretty much. And but yeah, I mean, this year we celebrated the 4th. Actually, this is the first year I purchased fireworks in probably 10 years. I normally don't.
Right.
Bought a little bag of fireworks, came home, shot them on the night of the 4th. That was that. It was over with for us. But this year I wanted just to see the reaction of Penelope because this was her first 4th. And we tried to view the fireworks the big firework display that they have here at Summer Sport Park. But from the vantage point that we had, though it was an awesome, awesome vantage point, we were way up. We were too far away. So they were so far removed that she was just like, yeah, there's lights over there. So having it like right there in her face, pretty much. I mean, them going off right above her.
Right.
It was a lot different, and she reacted well. I mean, she enjoyed it. So
oh well, that's nice.
yeah.
At least she wasn't terrified.
No, she wasn't at all. And I mean, the mortars. Some of those I had were like the 4 charge mortars. They go up and they burst 4 different times.
Oh yeah,
awesome mortars. Didn't scare her at all. And then the stuff that just sat on the ground and sparkled and stuff, man, she loved that. So, So Jake, I feel you, brother. Those people that celebrate like starting, June 17th and run it through July 17th, yeah, not cool.
Yeah, they're a nuisance. Yeah, and unfortunately, I live right at the edge of the city limits, and my next door neighbor is technically in the county, and he sets them off all the time. Around the 4th, like for 2 weeks around the 4th. And yeah, it gets annoying.
Yeah, for sure. I like I say, and most of my neighbors and things like that, they'll typically buy, a few fireworks and set them off. The good thing is across the road from me is a couple of firefighters. So they're not necessarily so much on setting them off. They're sitting on the front porch watching for somebody to set the place on fire. So,
well, at least you got help handy if something goes wrong.
Indeed. We also had a couple of people on the site, that mentioned the Valentine's Day as least favorite. That's the day of love. Come on, people. Come on.
How can you hate the day of love?
Well, I guess I can understand. There's a couple of the comments that was talking about, not wanting to, I guess, be forced to show love on that day. And then the other one is, just basically saying, hey, you know what? I just don't want to be lonely. And this kind of is one of those holidays that just kind of rubs salt in the wound. So,
I can understand that.
It's okay. We all love you. We love you guys terribly.
Indeed.
So, Mr. Claywell.
Now, I do have to say one thing, though, about the comments. One thing that surprised me were the 2 people that mentioned Valentine's Day being their least favorite holiday were both women.
Females.
Both women.
I mean, aren't they the ones supposed to be like receiving the chocolates and the flowers and the...
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
The cards and the... Yeah.
Not that I'm complaining.
No.
But it was an interesting tidbit for me.
Yeah, I can see a guy saying, I hate Valentine's Day because I don't know what to get my significant other.
Exactly.
But yeah, the ladies.
I was just surprised by that it was women were the ones that had said that Valentine's Day was the least favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
it
think
caught
that
me
would
off
be
guard.
one of the more favorite, because they're typically, being wooed and being,
You know what?
doted on and everything.
You know what?
What's that?
Maybe the marketing is working on us.
It may be. It may be. So, Claywell,
Yes, sir.
what is your favorite or least favorite? How do you want to start this?
Well, I mean, we're talking about least favorite on the page, on the Facebook page. So
Okay.
let's go with least favorite.
Okay.
And
Get the bitterness out of us first.
let's just get all the vitriol and hate out to start, and then we can just be all happy, love, and romance later.
That sounds great. All right. So, do you want to kick this thing off?
Sure, I'll kick it off. I would have to say, and it goes with several of the comments that we got on Facebook. My least favorite holiday is probably Memorial Day, not because of what the holiday is, not because it's what the holiday is supposed to be about. It's
Not what it stands
most,
for.
not what the holiday stands for, but what most people think of the holiday.
Okay.
So Memorial Day is supposed to be a day when you honor those who have died in service of our country,
Correct.
specifically.
Right. Right.
And it seems that most people they say the words, they put that on Facebook, here's to all the heroes that died in our honor and all that stuff. But then what they do is go out and have a barbecue and drink beer, and that's it.
Pretty much.
And,
Pretty much.
And that goes, a lot of the comments I noticed that in the discussions on the page were about, it's about the feeling of the holiday, the spirit of the holiday.
It's lost.
It's lost. And there were several other holidays that were mentioned in there, and it's more about that the people, when the holiday rolls around, it's not about what the holiday's about, it's about what the people want.
And I could understand too, some people will celebrate a specific holiday in a specific tradition, but the core of that holiday needs to stay the core of that holiday. There's a reason that it was founded as a holiday.
Right.
And that one specifically, Memorial Day, I mean, we have service members that are scattered from sea to shining sea, coast to coast, all over the world.
All over the world.
And blood has been shed by these people all over the world.
Yeah.
Those that we've lost, I mean, guys, there is no greater honor than serving your country and fighting for the freedoms that we have here.
That's right.
So
Those people are true heroes.
they truly are,
Right.
and they deserve the honor. So you're right. I mean, I agree with you. Memorial Day is one of those that seems to have lost that, I guess, core.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ones that stands out the most to me that has strayed from, it's strayed in the popular opinion, it's strayed farthest from what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like I said, everybody, you see people put the words up on Facebook, like, here's to our troops and all that. But then you never see anybody really doing anything. They're throwing a barbecue and drinking beers and having everybody over. And it's not about, it's not about the service members. It's not about the people that we've lost. It's not about the people that died for our freedom.
Very true. Very true.
It's just about having a good time and drinking some beer.
Yeah.
And that bugs me. And that sentiment's reflected a lot in the comments on the page that it's too much. It's not about the belief, the core of the holiday. It's about having a good time.
Right. Right. Well, this should make you feel a little better then, sir.
Right.
Over the last 3 years now that I've been teaching, I have been, because I'm teaching social studies and history,
And specifically U.S. history. am I
U.S.
correct?
history, that is correct. I have had the honor of planning and executing the Veterans Day services that we have at our school. And we always honor those people. And even though it may not necessarily happen on Memorial Day, for those that we have lost, at least those that are still with us on that day, if they come to the school that I teach at, they are honored there. We always have like a breakfast for them. We typically have the ROTC. I think every year so far we've had the ROTC come over, and they bring their rifle guard or their honor guard and their rifle team, and they always do like the rifle spinning, the display that they do, displaying the colors. Our Boy Scouts and our color guard at our school that raises the flag every morning, leading the pledge. There's always at least a couple of students that read poetry that either they've written or that they found that's patriotic. So we do honor those people, at least here on that day, even if it doesn't necessarily happen on Memorial Day because we're too busy eating steaks and drinking PBRs. But
Well, plus you may not always be in school on Memorial Day, right? Sometimes you guys are out by then.
oh yeah. Last couple of years we've been out by before Memorial Day, so so we do at least get to honor them, in November for that. So
Well, that's fine, and that's appreciated, sir. To me,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not a service member, never have been, but
We all have someone in our lives that was. So
yeah.
I mean,
Especially us being from the country,
yeah.
the sticks, the boonies, what have you.
Yeah.
Our armed forces actually typically are made more of.
Yeah. Our good old boys.
Yeah.
That's true. And then, I really, really have a soft part in my heart for service members because my father-in-law, Paul Jackson, World War II vet, I could talk about him for hours. He was an amazing, amazing man. And
He was. I got to meet him.
Yeah.
He was a hoot.
He was a hoot. And I mean, some of the stories that he told of, loss and tragedy that has happened, not only in his life, but specifically while he was overseas serving in in the military. It's unreal, some of the stories that he told me. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's things that I'll carry with me forever. So, our hats are off to our service members.
Indeed. Thank you, everyone out there, for your service. It is truly appreciated.
It is indeed. It is indeed. All right, so my least favorite, to get the malice out of me. Now, it's for me the holiday that I guess I would say that I least like at this point in my life, and I know I'll probably catch some backlash over this, but it's Christmas, and I think it's because it has become something so different from what I was used to as a kid. And I'm not talking about the gifts and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about family getting together, all of us enjoying a meal.
Right.
It was just such a big event in our family that, and that's kind of gone now. Now we have almost like factions in our family. So, you'll have this group that's over here, another group that's over there. The good thing is my family, my mother, my father, brother, his wife, my family, we still all get together, and Ashley's side of the family will normally come up and hang out with us,
and occasionally me.
Yeah, and you come over. And we still do that Christmas Day a lot of times dinner, but it just doesn't have that feel. I always had relatives that would come in from Cincinnati.
Right, the extended family.
And this was the time of year that they all came down. We all got to hang out. All the kids got to run around and act like idiots. I recall that, and like I say, it's not the gifts, but I do remember that when they would come down, their trunk, their back seat, everything was full of gifts. And when they would bring that to my great aunt's house where they would come and stay, they literally would fill the living room, like almost floor to ceiling, with gifts. And I'm like, how in the world did you fit that in a vehicle?
Right.
But it was amazing. It was unreal to see all of that. And then, like I said, that was when the cousins came in and we all hung out and had a good time. And, I have cousins that have passed away, and then some that just don't come around anymore. So it's just, it's lost the feeling. And something too is working at Walmart for 6 years. Oh my God.
Yeah.
From Black Friday until Christmas Eve, because, they close at 6 or 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve. It's a free for all. I mean, it's almost like a nonstop fight from that, that day, that Friday, all the way up till that day before Christmas. And it's unbelievable how much consumerism, how many arguments and fights, how much just junk,
right?
And people going around and trying to find a gift for someone that is so impersonal, and it's just to me, it's just, I don't know. It's one holiday that I have, honest to God, I've talked to Ashley and I'm like, one of these days we're going to get a cruise ticket and we're just going to get on a ship and we're going to bypass Christmas altogether. Just going to be me and you and Pumpkin, and we'll go. And she's like, anytime you're ready. So,
Wow.
I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Used to love it.
Well, I tell you, Jeff from the Facebook page will not argue with you, and he's not going to have any quarrels with it because he agrees that Christmas is one of his least favorite holidays.
Yeah, yeah. I like his comment, magical sky wizards. That was pretty good. I don't believe in magical sky wizards. Dude with the beard.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeff, I feel you, brother. You know, Christmas is just one of those that if I could just kind of bypass it, I would be fine with that. But then again, you know, there are things about Christmas that I still enjoy. And, you know, I still enjoy getting to see the family that I do get to see. My brother and sister-in-law coming down here to the house and hanging out, or us going up to their place. Mom and dad coming up and us kind of hanging out. The meal, I love to cook, so I always get to cook like a huge meal for everyone.
And you do it so well.
Hey, I like to fatten people up. But yeah, so there are things about it I like, but just realistically, I could do without the holiday and just enjoy the family. So
I hear you. And just to flip the coin, that's why Christmas is my favorite holiday.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So, used to, as I was younger, I loved Christmas because that's when everybody got me presents.
okay,
And I always have been kind of self-absorbed and only cared about myself. But as I've grown older, now to me, Christmas is the time when I get to see all of my extended family. You know, I've got family that lives in Texas now, and various ones spread out across a couple of counties here in Kentucky. And Christmas is about the only time that we are able financially to get everybody together.
that's awesome. That is awesome.
And so that's what it's become about for me, is all the extended family coming up from Texas and all of us getting together and spending some time together for those few days when everybody has time off work and all that.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm glad that you guys can do that. That's what I miss about it. So
Right.
I'm envious.
Well, it harkens back to my childhood. One of my favorite things that we did, used to every week, my grandmother, my mom's mother, would cook this huge buffet style breakfast.
Oh,
Bacon and
that sounds
eggs
good.
and biscuits and chocolate gravy. And yeah, that's right. I said chocolate gravy.
that's not gravy. That's warm chocolate pudding. Come on.
Well, that's what we called it. That's how we ate it, just like gravy on biscuits. But we used to do it every week, every Sunday. And that's kind of what Christmas reminds me of, is all those big family gatherings. And
Chocolate gravy.
Yep.
You've made it once or twice for me, and it's really, really, really good. I really do have to say it's really good. But yes, it is warm chocolate pudding.
yeah, it is. It basically is. But yeah, that's why I love that food specifically so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is just because of those times.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like I say, I'm envious. That's because that's the thing that I miss. And
Right.
I'm glad that people still do that and enjoy that. So, that's pretty awesome.
It is. It's great. I love it. That's why it's now my favorite holiday. Just because I get to spend all this time with my family.
Good deal. Good
Yeah.
deal. So, my favorite is one of those that goes way back, to my childhood. I have always loved Halloween. I think it's because we always did it so big. My dad was amazing at decorating and building props and setting things up. And I don't want to say it was a competition, but years ago in McCrary County, Kentucky, there would be like 5 or 6 different houses that we always had like the newspaper that would show up, and they would always look to see who has the best decorations for Halloween, and we were always in that running. Couple of years we were on the front page of the paper because of Dad's props and his decorations. It was pretty awesome.
Nice.
So
Unless you're a scaredy cat like me, and then I probably would have saved
that was
miles from your house.
that was part of the fun. You seeing cars pull up at the driveway and kids like crying, "No, I'm not getting out. No, no, no." That was fun stuff. So, and I mean, when I say he went elaborate, I mean, he went elaborate. There was, we didn't have a garage. We had a carport. So what he would do is take one side, the open side of our carport, and he would put like black plastic or tarp type thing up there. So it would make it kind of a garage. He would take the light bulb out of the little thing in the center of the carport, put a black light in there, and then he would set up like all of these different things in there. I mean, he had like a coffin with this dude that looked like a vampire that was laying in there. He had this woman that was like a fortune teller, and like she was sitting there, and then he had this like I want to say it was like, I don't want to say banshee, but some sort of a ghost-like creature that was there that he would put up, and it would light up, and its eyes would light up, and I actually still use that at the house whenever I do decorations there. But yeah, the Halloween, that holiday for me was the one that was just, it was always so much fun. And, getting to dress up and run around in the neighborhood, terrorizing the neighbors, and, me and the other kids in the neighborhood, mayhem throughout the neighborhood.
You wicked men.
Yeah, we were terrible kids. And it wasn't necessarily always about going out and getting candy, but we always went and got a little bit of candy. But it wasn't like we didn't get like the big garbage bag full. We would go out, we'd get a little bit, and then we'd come back to the house and just hang out because it was so much fun. It was awesome, awesome times. And I don't know, even to this day, like you've been to some of the Halloween parties that I've had at the house, like what, 3 or 4, 5 of them,
something like that. Yeah, around in there.
And we still, that's the holiday that we decorate for. I mean, we don't decorate a whole lot for Christmas. Throw up a Christmas tree, a few little things inside the house, stockings or whatever. Don't do a bunch of lights on the outside and all that kind of stuff. But Halloween comes around, we have like the dummies out in the yard. We have the ghost that's hanging out there. We have the big spider that's on the porch. We've got, the entire inside of the house from end to end is decorated up with Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
It is just, it's unreal. So, and then whenever we do have a party, we try to have some good food, just let people hang out and have a good time. It's just, to me, it's just the time of year that you can kind of cut loose and just have a good time. So, yeah.
Right. And for some reason, all women become complete. What's the polite way to say it?
There's no polite way of saying it. They become slutty.
There you go.
And I think it has to do with the costumes because you know what?
It's not. There's never like a nurse costume. It's a slutty nurse.
It is,
and it's never a witch costume. It's a slutty witch.
Hey, I have a beautiful, wonderful cousin that just moved back into Kentucky the other day, and without saying who this person was, she wanted to be a witch for Halloween, and we said, "Are you like talking like like the big green nose and all that kind of stuff?" And she goes, "No, I want to be a sexy witch." And I was
there, you go, sexy witch. That would have been the better word, yeah.
And I was like, so yeah. I mean, you're right. It's all about them being able to cut loose and
right.
They're not themselves that night.
That's right. What if
there's
I wanted
someone
to be
else.
like a sexy lumberjack or something?
You could.
You doesn't work for men.
Listen, just a pair of overalls, straps,
with some pasties,
suspender straps, and cut off jeans and boots. You're good. It's all good.
And some pasties.
You got to do the lumberjack song though.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Okay. But see, that's what I'm talking about. It's that time of year when you can do crazy stuff like that and get away with it. and it's just so fun. It's so free. So
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. yeah. I could totally see that. I've never been too big on the scares of Halloween. And I've never, even when I was a kid, I was never a real big candy person.
I could care
So that
less
wasn't
about
a
the
big
candy.
motivation for me.
No, I couldn't care less about the candy. It's all about the decoration and just the fun that you have with it. Now I do
Right.
enjoy, like, we'll get the candy and give it out at the house, for kids that come by, and there's not very many because they're doing the thing now, the trunk or treat thing that they do with all the churches now because that's safe.
Oh yeah. I've heard about that.
So they don't. There's not a lot of people that come to the house now for candy, but the
A few friends bring their kids over.
They
and
do,
stuff
or
like that.
and just the ones that live right around you,
Right.
they may swing by. So that happens. We always have candy for them, but the candy is not the thing. It's not about the candy. It's all about just the fun. And you were talking about the scares.
Yeah. I can't watch TV.
So do you do the? Have you ever done like the haunted houses and things like that?
Oh hell no.
Hell no.
Oh hell no. I don't
But that's so fun.
No. They drugged me to one of those one time when I was younger. And I swear that's part of the reason I don't go back anymore. They had a guy running around pretending to be Leatherface.
Oh, with the chainsaw.
Yeah, and he had a real chainsaw
Yeah.
that he'd just taken the chain off of. So it made the noise and all that stuff. Well, he lost control of it and hit me in the head.
Oh no.
With
the bar?
Yeah, there's no chain in it, but
But
the
it's
little thing in the
still-
bar still moves.
Dude, it's still Dude,
it blistered the hell out of my face.
yeah. No kidding. Oh my God, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was not happy.
We've done a lot of the haunted houses, and there was one that they had in Winfield, not Winfield, Tennessee, just on the south side of Oneida, Tennessee, Huntsville, Tennessee. It was actually a church that put this haunted house on, and dude, it was one of the best haunted houses I've been to, like local haunted houses. It was really, really good. They had some really good special effects in there.
Now, was it really scary or just really good?
It was Stephen peed on himself. If that tells you anything.
Oh my God. Okay. Fair enough.
So mind you, he was like 5 or 6. So
Right.
but yeah, it was scary. There was parts of it like that was right when the movie The Ring came out. So they had that effect where the girl come up out from in front of the TV. They had this like little box that she would pop up out of.
Right.
Dude. And there was a strobe light going, so you couldn't really tell where she was coming from. Freaked people out. My brother had he was part of the circus part of it, so
Right.
he had the prosthetic mask, the actual stick-on like clown mask, and it was like this evil-looking clown. Dude,
Clowns.
I'm telling you what,
They don't bother me, but they freak a lot of people out.
I don't like them.
I went to clown college.
Did you? I actually was in the clown troupe in high school.
I didn't go all the way through it, but
No,
no. I did a couple of parades, but
do you know how to juggle?
no.
Oh,
No.
you want to learn?
No.
No,
No.
I'll teach you.
I've seen you do it, but I don't know. But speaking of Halloween, though, and speaking of people peeing on themselves, I got to tell a little side story here. I didn't even. But so it was during Halloween, and you know how all the TV stations do the horror movie marathons.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
That, and then Travel Channel does all of the
Right,
scariest
scary
places.
places.
Yeah,
So,
love it.
But
Love it.
I was over at a friend of mine's house, and we were younger. We were like probably 17, 18 years old, and I was over at his house, and his little brother, who was probably around 8, had one of his friends over.
Okay.
And his little brother wasn't afraid of anything. Nothing.
That doesn't bode well for the friend.
Right. So Poltergeist comes on.
Oh God.
Now, the little brother and friend are lying in the floor on their stomachs, looking up at the TV like little kids do.
Uh-huh.
Me and my friend are both sitting on the couch. Well, it gets to the scene, where they're counting the lightning.
Oh yeah.
In between the lightning and the thunder.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And the tree busts through the window and grabs the little kid and yanks him out.
Yeah.
Well, me and my buddy look at each other and like 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
And right when the tree busts through the window, we reached down and grabbed the friend by his ankles
And start to
yanked
drag him
up out of the floor.
Oh no.
He urinated all over everything.
Oh my gosh.
We
Poor little
got
dude.
in so much trouble.
Yeah.
My buddy's stepmom came in the room. She was furious.
Hey, you know what though? I mean, that kid probably is scarred to this very day. Can't
Oh, I'm
watch
sure.
that movie. I'm sure.
We thought it was hilarious.
That's pretty good. That's
but
pretty
yeah.
good. We used to marathon. You know,
We
the
dropped
horror
him real
films.
quick though, by the way.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, something's peeing everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. You're like, okay, none of that. So we used to marathon the horror movies right around Halloween, and we would typically go and this was, you know, of course, back in the days when you're getting the VHSs.
Right.
So we would go and at the time, the video store that was down there, if you got like a new release, it was like $2.50. If you got an older movie, it was like 99 cents.
Right.
So you take $10 in there, and dude, you had a weekend's worth of movies.
Oh, yeah.
And they had some of the most obscure things and some of the kookiest like horror films that have ever been made. They were so terribly awesome that and I mean we would just one after another all weekend
Right.
long. They were so good.
The horror genre has always tended to be flooded with some low quality.
But it's okay because you don't expect it to be like high quality. I mean,
But I'm just as a movie fan, as a film fan myself.
Yeah.
It's one of the few genres where you can get away with a low budget.
Absolutely.
sometimes. And sometimes the low budget ones are better.
dude,
Some of those low-budget
think
movies
Evil
are-
Dead.
Yeah.
Think Evil Dude.
Evil
Oh
Dead.
my god.
Yeah, some of those are great.
Yeah.
Some of the more recent horror movies. What was it? The Conjuring.
The
was
Conjuring was really good.
really low budget film for
Yeah.
today's standards and did amazing for
Yeah.
that studio.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that was a really good story.
Mm-hmm.
After seeing that film and watching the end of it and seeing the actual photographs of the people that were really
Right.
in that situation, I was like, holy cow! I had to dig in and do the research,
Right.
and that's a heck of a story. I mean,
Yeah.
it really, really is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I like I say though, Halloween it's always been my favorite simply because that's the time of year when you can get away with all that kind of stuff, like the fun stuff being, you know, crazy and all that, and then the horror films and the haunted houses and all of that. So you've only done the one haunted house,
Yeah, I don't like them.
dude.
I don't.
I'm not saying like go out and do like a bunch of haunted houses, but
No,
if you
I'm
ever
sorry, I
get
take it back. I did too. I went to Gatlinburg one time, and
oh, you
somebody
did the
made me go-
Ripley's,
I was furious when I got out of that place.
really?
They hosed me down with a water gun,
Oh, that sucks.
and
They
I
shouldn't have
was
done that.
So mad.
The water gun part of it is actually they're supposed to spray up so it sprinkles down on you, but they're not supposed to like.
Oh well, there were only
drip.
like 4 people, so they just soaked.
So they
us.
soaked you guys. That's not good. When I lived down there years ago, I got to know a few of the guys that worked in that one. One's name was Kevin, and he had gone to like the I don't know if he knew a dentist there in town or if he got hooked up with this dentist and he had fangs like permanently put in. They were done in like dental, you know,
Resin.
it was like
Right.
so when he had them done, the first time that he bit down, he bit through his lip.
Oh my
They were
God.
that sharp, and he had to go have them filed because they were too sharp. He was cutting himself every time he bit down. But I mean, they fit so good. They looked really, really, really good. And he freaked a lot of people out because he was the guy that would be out on the street out front trying to get you to come in.
Right.
And then that illusion where it looks like half the guys in the box, he was in that quite a bit. And but yeah, that's a pretty good one. If you ever get a chance to go to Disney World, the Haunted Mansion, it's
Yeah, I might do something like that.
it's campy and cheesy,
Right.
but the special effects there's nothing that compares to them. And
and that's all mostly animatronic, right?
it's all
Disney?
animatronic.
Or visual effect.
Yes, and that's it. And nothing touches you. Nothing. There's no interactive part of it. So,
That's what makes me mad.
yeah.
Is when they grab me or spray me with a water gun and stuff like that. I don't like that.
Oh no,
Don't-
then you would be fine though then with Haunted Mansion, because I mean really you're sitting in a cart riding through and looking.
Yeah.
And when I say
I
like
can enjoy that. I can enjoy
yeah.
being scared like that.
yeah,
But
and some of the visual effects are out of this world, especially like the ghosts that they have that are in there. It's holograms, and they are so awesome, so detailed, and I mean you can look right through them. They're really amazing.
smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors, man. It's some good stuff. Really good stuff. So yeah, Halloween those, yeah, it's my favorite. I love it. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
makes my heart smile.
Yeah. I can see where you could like it, and now you even get to experience it as a parent.
Oh
through
yeah, I
your
get
kid's
to scare the
eyes.
crap out of my kid. Heck
Well, that's
yeah.
not exactly what I was saying.
Oh
but
well, you know, I'm hoping that she will at least get the same bug that Ashley and I have whenever it comes to Halloween, because we're both right there, and we're two peas in a pod, and I'm hoping that she's that third pea.
Right.
So, and I'm sure she will, because
Well,
I mean, I
she's a
grew up in
Penelope.
it. Yeah, true. But I mean, I grew up in it, so and have grown to love it. So if I can do for her what Dad did for me,
Right.
then yeah, I don't think she'll have a problem.
And look at you talking about being a dad, talking about you wanting to inspire and put creative ideas in your kids. When the hell did you get so old?
I don't know. I don't feel it most days. Some days I feel like I'm twice as old as I am. Dude, we're going to be 40 soon.
God, don't remind me.
I mean, it's like right around. My birthday is in what, 2 weeks? Yours is in 3?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's right on
I'm getting
top
closer.
of us.
It's not. I
and
mean, it's not my
I'm
40th
hitting-
yet.
I'm hitting 39. You're hitting what, 38?
38, I think. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're knocking on the door of 40.
We're getting close. Not
We're-
that I mind.
We're the old dudes in the room now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
It's-
like whenever there's
yeah.
parties that are to be had,
Yeah.
we're those old guys that are standing around going, "Man, this music sucks," or "It's too loud," or
Right? Doesn't music suck now?
"Music sucks now." What
Isn't that
happened?
what our parents said?
I guarantee you that's what my dad hated. Guns N' Roses and Metallica and all of that
taste.
stuff. That's not music. This was music, and then he put on something like Beatles or something. And don't get me wrong, I love the Beatles and the Eagles and all that stuff that he would throw on there. But even now,
Yeah.
he will now listen to Guns N' Roses and he'll go, "You know, those guys weren't all that bad," because he listens to the crap that's out there now. And he has something to gauge it against.
Well, no, that's not this. I mean, there's good music out now, but
There are.
but
There are
popular
some-
music now,
Yeah.
is not good.
No.
in my
no.
opinion.
And whoever invented the auto tune,
yeah.
I want.
One of the worst things is ever.
Oh,
happened.
my Lord. If you can't sing, you can't sing. Just hang it up. Do
I
something.
agree.
Go work at another job.
I agree.
So, but yeah, we are though. We're getting older, and
I'm getting yeah.
here's the thing too. When we talk about all of these holidays and things, we've had now almost 40 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we've experienced them, through the eyes of a child, being a child.
Yep.
We've experienced them through adolescence and through our 20s, and now getting close to 40, through the 30s. We're that 30-something crew now, and it's just, I don't know. Things change so much, and it doesn't seem like you look back and you think good old days, the golden days, whenever I was a
Right.
kid, when I was young, and I heard my parents saying those things years ago. Back whenever I was a kid, we'd blah, blah, blah. I'm starting to do that now. I'm starting to look back at like the 80s and go, man, I miss those days. Man alive, I miss those days.
I can't say that.
No?
I can't say I miss. No,
You don't miss being a kid?
no, I really don't.
Okay. Do you miss any of the things that you did as a kid? Or the things that were going on in the world at the time
Some
when
of
you were a
that,
kid?
yeah. Some of that stuff I do. but I
That's
don't-
kind of what I'm
yeah.
talking about. And I don't necessarily want to be 6 again. But
No, I'm just.
I'm saying some of the things that we had as children. the simpler life. And again, I'm sounding like my parents, but here's the thing: we are a unique group of young adults or adults now that grew up in an era without interactivity with the internet and all of those things.
Yeah, we're the last generation that could ever remember being unplugged.
As
they say.
Yeah, and for us on a Saturday morning, it wasn't get up and check Facebook. It was get up, put your tennis shoes on, and run out to the neighbor's house and
hold
go
on.
play in the creek.
After cartoons.
On Saturday morning, you're right. After
Cartoons first,
Absolutely.
then go outside and play.
Yeah. I mean, you had to do the cartoons, but so let's say through the summer, any other day besides Saturday, it was get up, run outside, catch up with everybody else in the neighborhood, run down to the creek and play through the woods, whatever, in the fields, baseball and playing in the pools and stuff.
Maybe for you.
So
when I was a kid, my closest neighbor was like 6 miles down the road. So
so see, I lived in a neighborhood, so there was like houses
we live
all
way
around
out in
us.
the county.
Yeah, I don't want to say we lived way out in the county because I guess realistically, if you're talking McCreary County, we were in the city. We were in Stearns.
Right. Well, where we lived, I mean, we had neighbors that were closer, but the closest neighbor kid was like 6 miles down the road.
Yeah.
So I had a pretty good haul to get down to hang out with him.
I want to say there were total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to say there were 9 of us total.
But now later,
in the neighborhood.
Later on, when I was in adolescence, early teenage years, we moved into town, and then I had a couple of guys that I always ran around with. But we typically did our running at night. We go out and terrorize the streets. In the summertime.
We ran at night too, but typically it was just an extension of the day. So I mean, it was one of those things where when the parents yelled, they were basically said stay under the traffic lights so we can see that you're there. Yeah. And we never did that even. So, but yeah, I mean, like I say though, we are that last generation. We are that generation that knows what it was like to not have something that was readily available that you could just connect with other people, and it was that's so impersonal. So, I mean, I long for those days, and I want my kid to have that. I want her to grow up being able to go out and run and have a good time and have kids around her to play with. So the thing is, though, how do you do that today?
I don't know.
I mean, how do you take away that interconnectivity of the internet, because it's everywhere, it's everything, and
even all the kids want them.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be 8 months old day after tomorrow, and already, I mean, I don't want to say she can interact with a phone or whatever, but like. She knows what it is.
Colors.
She likes the bright colors. She likes the. And she's in love with Disney Junior.
Yeah.
Loves Disney Junior. And there are certain shows, I mean, she has her taste in what she likes too. There are some things that comes on and she's like, yeah, whatever, I don't like this, and moves on. But there are some things that she's just like sucked into. So it's weird.
It is.
At 8 months old, and I'm hoping, again, it's cartoons, so that's not such a bad thing. Right. I grew up with cartoons, but it was only on Saturday. At least she's got a channel that's 24/7 cartoons.
Right. So, but I mean, I personally don't have any kids.
Right.
But I would say the majority of my friends have children, and when 6, 7 years old, they're already glued to a computer screen, on the internet, got a phone, on the internet, constantly texting, chatting with their friends.
Right.
Facebook.
Right. What?
Just nonstop. And but they never physically interact with their friends.
No.
It's just online.
I can remember feeling disconnected whenever we had to pick up a phone and call someone.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to him on the phone.
I don't want to. I want to go over there. I want to go to Dave's house. I wanted to go and hang out with him. I didn't want to go call him up on the phone.
You go ride the bikes and go.
Yeah, go play in the woods. Yeah, I mean that was the thing to do.
Yeah.
So, and then something too. we are, our kids too are so interactive. Like their environment is so interactive now, where we, even at school, we have them doing certain programs and things like that, and we know there's proof that it helps them to learn to read and to do math and all of those things. But that screen time versus interacting with that kid that's sitting literally 2 feet away from you, where's the balance, you know? So I don't know. I'm really, really, really hoping that we can that we can have our kid, though, at least enjoying the woods and the creek and going and doing all that stuff. So
Right.
I know she'll not grow up like I did. The 80s are gone. The 80s.
True enough. Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I grew up in the 80s, but I consider myself more of a 90s kid. I mean, it was really the 90s before I started getting a sense of self, you know?
I can see that. The 90s for me, like middle school, high school,
Right.
my sense of self at that point was focused more on music, because that's when Dave and Kevin and Colin and I were all playing music. So we did
Right.
that from like, I want to say 92, 93 up through 97. So
Right.
the bulk of the 90s for me was music. So for me, I guess that sense of being a kid, that you know, that was more of the 80s, because that's when it was us and all the other kids in the neighborhood running around and having fun. So
Right.
I don't know.
And I gotta say, you know, you're talking about feeling older, and I'm of two minds on that.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny given the title of the podcast.
Oh yeah, two minds.
Um,
Shameless
I-
plug there.
well, I think mentally, or maybe emotionally would be a better word. I'm kind of stuck at like 14.
Okay.
Like when I think of myself, and people that know me well know that sometimes I have a kind of low self-esteem a little
Okay.
bit. I don't think very highly of myself usually. And that stems from that. I always see myself as this chubby little fat kid in school that had
I
no
can't
friends.
picture you as being a chubby kid.
Oh man, mom's got the pictures somewhere. The ones that didn't burn in the house fire.
Yeah, I cannot picture you. I mean, 'cause ever since I've known you, you've been a slim guy, and so I've never known you.
But that's how I always, when I think of myself, that's what I see. I see this chubby little nerd with no friends, with terrible acne that
I can see
nobody
that.
wanted to be around.
I can see that,
And that's kind of my perpetual self-image.
okay.
It's like I can't shake. So that's kind of where I'm stuck at in that front. But then physically, I feel like I'm 80, man.
dude.
You know, since my mid-20s, I've got bad knees.
Right,
I've got a bad back.
right,
My job that I worked at a factory messed up my wrists.
right.
So I've got
Like carpal tunnel type.
Well, it's similar. Yeah,
similar,
it's not
yeah.
carpal tunnel, but yeah, it's similar. It's repetitive motion injury.
yeah,
So I've got really poor grip strength. I injure my hands really easily
right.
from trying to lift anything, or if I pull on something the wrong way, like I can feel something, I don't know what it is, but something in my wrist pops,
That's not good.
and that's it. That hand's done for like 2 weeks.
And I can
can't
remember-
I can't pick up a can to drink with one hand.
I can remember too, back when you were working with Omar at Performance, getting down in your back, and
Yeah.
you didn't even have to like do anything. It was just
No,
like a
it
matter
just
of
goes.
like you were literally down plugging in a cable at one dude's house.
I've been over a guy's desk to plug a USB cable into the back of his computer to hook up his printer.
That was a heavy USB cable. Must have been.
It must have weighed a ton because it threw me down for like
You were
4
down.
days.
You were down for days. Like
Yeah.
had to be carried out of there. Kind
Yeah,
of.
this poor old this guy had to be mid-70s, and my back went. I fell on his floor, and he's like, he had no idea what to do. Are you okay? I can't.
Do I need to call 911?
Yeah, he's like, I can't help you up. You know, you're too big for me to help. And I was like, just let me lay here for a minute. And it didn't help. It didn't get any better. It just kept hurting worse and worse. This poor old guy went and found these crutches
Oh,
that
wow.
he had and brought me his old pair of crutches and shoved a chair over beside me, and he stood behind the chair and held it.
So that you
And I
could,
took a crutch in one hand and the chair on the other hand, and slowly worked myself off the floor, got up into the chair,
wow.
and then heaved myself up onto the crutches and used his crutches to get out to the car. Just kind of fell into the car, handed him his crutches back, and that's how I got out of his house.
Where
And
did you go
then
from there?
I drove straight to the chiropractor's office and called Mike
Yeah.
to come and
Help you in.
Mike basically carried me from the car into the chiropractor's office.
That's unreal, dude. So that's what I'm saying. We're falling apart at the seams, and we're not that old.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in trouble. If it gets worse with age, I'm in big trouble.
I've heard this is like some 70 and 80-year-old people that say, you know, the question's asked, are you in pain? And they're like, well, yeah, that's how I still know I'm alive.
Yeah.
So,
That's how I feel right now.
dude, yeah, I mean, I don't have like necessarily issues with like wrists or so much with back so much, but dude, my knees are shot, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was working at Walmart and being on that concrete floor running
doesn't
nonstop.
help.
Or, you know, I just don't know what it was, but yeah, dude, my knees are terrible. And I've done various things. I mean, medication helps. That's about as best I can say, but yeah, I'm with you there. I don't necessarily know that I feel 80, but sometimes I feel much older than I am.
Yeah, when they reviewed the X-rays for my back, the doctor looked at me and said, you know, I would expect to see this level of deterioration in somebody that's like 65.
Oh, wow.
And I was late 20s at the time.
Yeah, the doctor that X-rayed my knees basically said, "Okay, so here's the issue. You've got what they call creaky knees," and I was like, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah," and like when my knees bend, it's like they pop just nonstop. It's just kind of like a, you know. And he said, eventually, some doctor somewhere is going to say, "I can fix that for you," and they'll go in and try to clean it up a little bit. And he said, "And eventually, you're going to have knee replacement surgery." And I'm like, oh Lord. He goes, it could be 5 years, it could be 15 years, it could be 25 years. He said, it's just a matter of time. So, and like I said, I don't know what I've done to get there. It's just, I guess I'm just, like I say, deteriorating, falling apart at the seams.
Oh, I feel you 100% on that. I'm pretty much the only physical activity I can do is cycling.
Yeah.
Because it's extremely low impact. But I still have to be really careful. How hard I push myself when I'm on a ride, because too much and my left knee especially will go out on me.
Yeah.
And
so, that iliotibial band, buddy, those things are a son of a gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your good old ITB.
But yeah, dude, that was, I mean, I don't know. It's getting old in some respects, or getting older, I should say, because I don't feel like I'm necessarily old, but getting older,
right?
You know, in some respects is good. The experience. I cannot say enough about all of the things that I've done. There's been things that it's amazing to look back and say over these last 29 or 39 summers that I've had, all of the things that I've done, or, you know, but then again, it also, it's kind of sobering, because you think 40, that's for a lot of people, that's better than the halfway mark.
True.
So yeah.
So I'm just curious. You don't have to answer on air if you don't want to, but do you see yourself as you now? Or do you see yourself as a different version of you when you picture yourself?
When I picture myself,
when you think, what kind of guy am I?
When I think of myself, I think where you were talking about being kind of in that 14, 15-year-old range, I feel like I'm more in the 25, 26-year-old. You know, somewhere in that range. I still think I can do things that I can't.
Fair enough.
And then there are some times that I think I mean, I don't, I feel more like in that mid 20s range. I don't feel like I'm going to be close to, that I'm close to 40. I don't feel like next year will be 40 for me. Right. I'm sure that when it hits, it'll probably hit like a load of bricks, and I'll probably go out and buy a Corvette or something.
Sweet. Can I drive it?
Absolutely. Some people say you hit that midlife crisis thing, and you buy either a Corvette or a Harley. I've already got the Harley, so I can't really say anything about that. So, right. But no, I guess I picture myself more in that mid 20s range, and I think it's because whenever I was a teenager, again, early 90s to late 90s, it was music. That was my focus.
Right.
So that part of my life has ended. It's over. I play music still. I still pick and grin at the house, but as far as a group that gets together and plays on a regular basis, I don't have that anymore. So that era is over in my life. So the next step, I guess, would have been getting jobs and all that kind of stuff. And then, getting married me and Ashley have been together now, I think Tuesday or Wednesday will be 15 years.
You better be real sure.
It's the 24th. I know that.
Okay.
Like I said, I just don't, today is what? The 19th?
19th.
So, yeah. So, but,
well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's been an awesome 15 years. I mean, it really has.
That's great.
So, but yeah, so I guess it's that era, because it's me and her together and that, yeah. And I guess it'll probably change too with Penelope, because now that she is here, I'll probably get that next phase, that next step.
Right. Maybe that's what's going on with me, because I'm kind of socially, I'm kind of back where I was then.
That makes sense. It really does.
I'm alone here most of the time. This isn't a cry for help, people. Sorry. This is just talking to my friend.
Yeah.
So maybe that's put me back in that mindset, because, like you're saying, your current social situation at home with Ashley
has helped build my identity.
Has helped you build that, and you think of yourself as you were when you were together.
Yeah, because you're going to migrate to what's familiar.
Right. So maybe that's what it is for me.
Yeah. And that may not be a bad thing. Maybe I don't know. That's probably pretty accurate. I mean, interesting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Something I didn't think about.
Yeah. So
okay,
I like it. But no, I guess I don't feel like I'm the old guy in the room still. Even though whenever I walk by the mirror and I see that old dude walk by, I'm like, it's an old dude, and then I look at me, but. I'm okay with that now.
Okay, me making the jokes, I'm falling apart. I'm bad back, bad knees, wrists are messed up. I don't feel old.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel sharp.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still feel like I've got my faculties. I'm in charge upstairs.
Right.
I can still adapt and learn.
Right.
And it's just physically my body. Sometimes
again, you think you can do more than your body will let you.
Yeah, maybe that's it exactly. Yeah.
I want to get out and run and do the marathon and go out and play baseball and basketball and football, and I want to go out and then my body goes, yeah, go ahead. We'll just chill out on the couch for the next month afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess.
But I can't wait to get older though.
Yeah.
So I can legitimately just be that crotchety old man.
You want to get to that point where the filter just goes, the filter's gone, and you're just like, you know what?
You're fat.
I'm going to be dead in 2 years. You little shit. I'm done with you.
Exactly. Just that, that old guy that just tells people exactly what he thinks. I want to be that dude.
Oh, yeah. I look forward to those days as well. Back whenever I was a kid.
You moron.
If I would have done that, I'd have...
Yeah. Speaking of being a crotchety old man, though, you know what riles me up now?
What's that?
All these damn phone calls from telemarketers.
Again, going back to when we were kids, when the phone rang,
it was somebody you knew.
Somebody you wanted to talk to.
Right.
If you did get the occasional, I remember whenever I was young, occasionally you'd get the political call.
Yeah,
who are you
sometimes.
going to vote for
Yeah.
this fall? Blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't a lot of telemarketing.
Yeah, that's all it is now.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And it's ridiculous. My number is registered on the National Do Not Call Registry. I still get phone calls.
You want to hear something interesting?
What's that?
So I switched from the Dish network type,
Right.
the Dish service, over to the cable service here local.
Okay.
And realistically, it was just as cheap to do the bundle package as it was just to get internet and television. So I went ahead and threw the phone in there.
Right.
And I thought, you know what? It's not going to be a bad idea just to have the phone hooked up just in case somebody needs to pick it up, dial 911 or something like that. So my phone, I have never given my phone number out to anyone because I don't even know it. I could not. If you were to light my feet on fire right now and say, give me your number or you're going to burn, I'd burn because I have no clue what it is.
Right.
It rings, I kid you not, a dozen times a day. And it's always, because it pops up on the screen to show you like the number.
Right.
It shows, a lot of times, it looks like a local number.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's even worse now. Yeah.
Yeah. And it'll pop up and I'll be like, who the crap is calling me? Nobody knows that number. So I'm now to the point where I just don't answer. I'm like, you know what? No one has my number. So I don't know who this is.
Right.
So I'm not going to answer it. And it's, yeah.
Right. So this is a new thing, and it's actually against federal law. So and in some states, even the calls themselves are against the law. A lot of states have laws on the books that don't allow what this is called robodialing.
Okay.
So what they do is they have a computer that just dials 100 phone numbers at a time, and then connect whichever line connects.
It kicks in.
That's the one they patch through.
Okay.
So a lot of places that's against the law. If you dial a number,
It's like phishing.
yeah. Well, sort of.
I mean, it's phishing
But-
for someone on the other end.
Yeah, but phishing implies malicious intent, and sometimes these aren't necessarily malicious intent. It's a
Okay.
valid offer, but in a lot of states now they have laws that say that because you pick up the phone and it's like, "Hello, this is Sam from blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah,"
Yeah.
and it's a computer.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of states now that have laws on the books that say when that voice you hear has to be an actual live human.
So either pre-recorded
No,
or...
it has to be a live human.
It has to be literally someone...
Yes.
I did not know that.
So
Are we one of those states?
no. But they do this anyway in those states too. This is a robocall.
Okay.
You're connected to a recorded message, which is against the law in a lot of states. Here's what makes it really illegal. You're saying it pops up as a local number.
It looks like a
That's
local
called
number.
spoofing. They're spoofing a local number. So this is a new type of telemarketing scheme that they're calling robo-spoofing.
Okay, so question. Whenever they're spoofing, is it a legit number that someone else
Yeah.
has around here?
Oh, yeah.
So whenever someone calls me and says, you just called my phone number.
Yeah.
It literally
This-
was someone that...
Yeah.
my phone number is what
Your
popped
phone
up.
number was used by these people to call and try to solicit something from them.
That
And this
makes
is
me
against federal law. It is against federal law to spoof a phone number.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like it'd be theft of a number for even if it's just for one dial.
Right. So, and just to give you the idea of the severity of this,
Okay.
there's a reporter who called up and was speaking with Ajit Pai.
Ajik.
Ajit Pai.
Nice guy.
No, he's
Ajit.
not. Ajit Pai.
Ajit.
Do you know this name?
No.
Do you know who this is? This is our current federal FCC chairman.
Really?
Yeah. He's trying to repeal net neutrality so that your internet service provider can buy and sell anything you do online.
Speaking
And they can
of that,
throttle,
I know.
and they can throttle your bandwidth connections to services such as Netflix, HBO Go. They can take all of your browsing data and sell that to marketers. They
Yeah.
can monitor all of your, because it's your internet service provider. They can monitor all of your internet traffic. So this is Ajit Pai,
okay.
president of the FCC, chairman of the FCC, whatever the head of the FCC is called.
That dude. Okay.
This reporter asked him, Mr. Pai, have you ever been spoofed? He goes, oh, absolutely. She says, even the chairman, okay, so it's the chairman of the FCC, Ajit Pai, cannot escape. his response, every now and then, even on my work BlackBerry.
So this is supposed to be a secure BlackBerry too.
Yeah, this is one of the government issued secure phones.
Oh my Lord.
I'll see a call that seems to be coming.
She breaks in here and says, wait, on your FCC cell phone?
Right. He says, oh yeah, it'll seem to be coming from the 202 area code, which is here in Washington. And then the prefix for these government issued BlackBerries will be, and then the number will be, and he goes, I know for a fact that it's probably not someone calling from the office. I know, most of the folks who would be calling me.
So this guy being the chairman, the head of the FCC, even he gets spoofed by phone numbers that we're talking the secure lines here.
Yep. They spoof the secure lines.
That is insane.
Yep.
Holy cow. So where does this stop?
It doesn't. They've already caught and prosecuted a few firms that are doing this, but there's really nothing they can do.
There really needs to be some sort of regulation step in.
Well, they have regulations. This is against the law. It's already against the law, but they don't have any way to enforce it.
I was going to say there needs to be some way of either tracking and enforcing or whatever then.
So my thing here is for Mr. Pye, instead of trying to take away our civil rights, our civil liberties on the internet and mess with that, why don't you go after these scammers that are harassing people?
That would be a lot more imperative and pertinent to the people of the United States.
Yeah, exactly. But I just thought this was hilarious that even the chairman of the FCC gets these robodials, these spoof number calls that appear to be from secure government lines.
That's crazy.
Trying to sell him a cruise or a free vacation with Marriott or whatever it is that they're giving away this week. But so anybody out there that's listening, if you get a number from your local area code, from your local prefix, and it's you don't answer it, and then they don't leave a voicemail, don't call the poor person back. It's the number that dialed you belongs to some poor hapless individual who had nothing to do with the phone call you received.
Just in over the summer, I've received either 2 or 3 of these. So it's always
I got 14 calls yesterday.
Oh no, not calls. I'm talking about phone calls back from someone.
Oh yeah.
That have called back. Someone calling me and saying, "You just called me. What do you want?" And I'm like, "I didn't call you, no." And they're like, "Well, it was this number," and I'm like, might have been that number, but it wasn't me. I've not dialed anyone today.
Right.
And so, I've been on the receiving end of not just the robocall, but on the receiving end of the pissed off person that got the call. So
I've also been on the receiving end of that, and I try to inform them that, hey, look, this is what's going on. There's scammers. They're spoofing my phone number. They're calling you. It's
just random,
and it might not be my number next time, but if you get a call from a local number that you don't know,
it's
a scam.
It's this.
Hang up on them.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
And try. So that's what's going on. If you see this, hopefully they'll prosecute these people. I know one of the big cruise lines is currently just lost a class action lawsuit because they were robo-dialing when they shouldn't be, and I checked into it, and luckily my number is one of the numbers that they burn up. And
Good.
I could potentially stand to get a $900 check in the mail.
Booyah. Heck yeah, dude.
Up to $900.
That'd be awesome.
So, depends on...
Give me some info on how to check.
I'll throw that up on the Facebook page. You can check. There's a site you can go to check your number to see if you're on the list. They have a list of every known number that they dialed.
Right.
And you can check your phone number to see if it's on that list. Awesome. And if it is, you can file a claim.
That's an awesome resource.
Yeah. So I'll throw that up on our Facebook page after the podcast here.
Okay.
I'll probably have that up before you guys can even hear this because it'll take me a while to edit. But but if you want to go ahead and get that information.
Yeah. So if you want to check us out, we're on Facebook at twomindspodcast.com. We're also on Twitter
at Two Minds Podcast.
Yeah. And Gmail is twomindspodcast@gmail.com. So any way that you want to get in contact with us, we'd love to hear from you.
And hit up our Facebook page. I'll have the links for that settlement case up there, so you can check to see if your number's on the list.
Sounds good.
And you can also visit our own podcast page at twominds.podbean.com, and you can find all our new episodes there. And also you can link to our feed directly through your favorite podcast app. Just search for us, Two Minds. We should pop up in most podcast apps now.
Awesome. So something too, we were discussing before we started all of this. We've been doing this now for about 4 weeks now. 5. This will be 5 weeks now.
This will be the 5th week.
This will be the 5th week now. I think after this, because being involved with all of the things that we're involved with,
right.
We're going to try to push it back to every couple of weeks.
Yeah, once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, once every 2 weeks. So hang with us. We're still out there. We still going to throw out the questions and looking for your feedback and
we appreciate the support and all of the community feedback, and we want to try to continue to provide quality content.
Absolutely.
And it takes a little time, and it's taken right now. I'm not having enough time to do everything to make sure to ensure the quality of everything. So I just want to keep our standards up, and so I need a little more time between episodes. So I apologize for that. We know that you guys just are on bated breath waiting for each new episode to come out.
Itching.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to push back probably to every 2 weeks.
That's all right though, and so yeah, we'll have another episode up here in a couple of weeks, and until then, there's something else that I'm going to throw out there, and this is just a shameless I don't want to say plug, but a shameless shout out to a couple of people. First and foremost, as I mentioned before, 15 years, happy anniversary, Ashley, and then just yesterday, my mom's birthday, and I want to say happy birthday, Mom. So,
well, happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, love you. So, all right. Well, I guess we've got this one in the bag too, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
it's
so.
been a lot of fun, and until we do it again, can't wait.
Yeah, looks like your cup's empty over there.
It is.
Let's go get a refill.